Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ernie C, the Gap Tooth Genius, and I'm back with episode 193 of Keep Grinding the Podcast. I am joined by my guy, Sal. I know him as Sunny Rose. What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Yo,
Thank you for having me, man. Thank
coming
you,
to
thank
the
you.
East Side, my guy. I really appreciate you,
Yes, sir,
bro.
all the time.
How you been, man?
Been blessed, man. Can't complain, man. Can't complain. We're doing really good right now.
And I needed you on the show, bro. It's been a while. I know, just a lot of, last time I had you, man, how many episodes ago?
It was a
that,
long
bro?
time ago, man. It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
but I've always tapped in and made sure that you were good. I mean,
For sure,
we're family, so,
Yes, sir.
family always looks out for family. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
proud of everything you got going on, man. I love the upgrades of everything.
Thank you.
That's how long it's been since I've been here because last time this was not here.
And the first time we ever shot was outside your pad,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Remember
by the
that?
pool,
Yeah,
by the pool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. I think we had like the handheld mics, and we got it done. It sounded clean.
Yeah, it was
but-
during COVID times too, man.
Oh, yeah, it
I
was
think we
during
had a
COVID.
mask on and everything
Yeah,
too.
bro,
it was
during COVID.
legit, man.
And it wasn't camera either. It
Right.
was no visual. There was
Yeah.
no video.
Yeah, it was a good time for sure.
No, bro. I'm glad we're back on, bro. And I just wanted to chop it up. We'll talk some music.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the biggest thing in music right now, real fast, Keep Grinding Podcast. Check us out, Instagram, all that good stuff. Shout out to my guy D. We just dropped 192 today. Have you been checking out these What's in the Decks?
I love it, man. I actually commented on your guys' West Coast anthems because I love the list. It's so hard to kind of minimize those to 5 records, but to do that on the fly, I was really impressed. But I was like, there was some that were left off that I was like, but we'll get to that. We'll get to
Everything's
that.
on the fly, bro. because
Yeah, I love it.
That's what we love, bro. And I'm glad we could talk music too.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get back into the biggest thing right now. I think in music, and overall music, the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay, so I'm a little hesitant because I'm a Prince guy.
Okay.
I mean, because I love them both, of course, but I've always been I was influenced more by Prince, I would say, just based off the Rick James influence. And I love the fact that he was a hybrid of Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson in a sense, right?
Definitely.
So I love Mike, though. Jackson 5 is incredible, but I don't know. I've kind of heard good and bad, but I don't really put too much stock into that because I got to see for myself.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to see it this past weekend, but I'm definitely going to see it really soon.
And you're gonna see. No spoilers at all, but you'll see what it is. It's a Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah, I know how the movie goes.
Yeah, it's not anything. They left the controversy out.
Right,
which is
I
cool,
would
you know?
assume so. I mean,
Yeah.
because I seen that there were some actual charges that kind of bounced back on Saturday, the day after the release. Variety had posted something that there were some accusations from 1989. So it's just such a coincidence that the movie ends on the 1988 time frame.
Definitely.
But that's one of those things where it's always going to be stuck. I think there's some conspiracy around that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people, we could talk about that, of course. I mean, because
Yeah.
that's one of the things where I was like, it's really awkward and very, very coincidental that these allegations started happening after he bought everybody's masters.
Oh yeah, bro, for sure.
So-
yeah, bro, and that's a crazy thing. People don't really know. I was just talking to some of the kids at school today. They don't realize this man was probably the most. He's not just the most famous man in music. He was probably the most powerful man
Absolutely.
in music. And now that we know, everybody talks about masters and the
Right.
publishing.
Right.
He owned all that, and the big artists too, bro. This wasn't just a couple artists. He owned some big
We're
artists.
talking about like the Beatles, So I
Yeah,
mean, it's one of
man.
those things where
Yeah, bro.
it's way bigger and there's so many layers to it, and a lot of people don't understand the ramifications of having that much power in the music industry.
Yeah,
you
bro.
kind of see that to this day with certain people being kind of the big players on the chessboard, So it's definitely a lot to peel back there, and I feel there's so much meat on that bone, for lack of a better term, as far as the things that they could have added in that movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
But
bro.
at the end of the day, there's always going to be consequences to exposing truth.
And
so.
it's an ode to Michael Jackson. I guess that's the best
Right.
way to put that movie. It's an ode to Mike. And
the
that's
one
cool,
thing,
too.
the one thing that I have kind of had a problem with what I've seen online is it looks like it's 80% performances that I could definitely see online.
Definitely.
I want to, and I understand. I don't want the full, exposing of things. That is what it is. But you got Antoine Fuqua, who was the mind behind Training Day, who's a great director.
Definitely.
I'm thinking I'm going to see something very, very incredible.
So you definitely see the high budget performances,
Right,
And that's
yeah.
what they put the money behind because again, it's an ode to Mike.
Yeah.
And his nephew killed it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things
But
about
the
his
story
performance.
is an ode to Mike.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing too, But there was so much more than just his music.
Yeah.
And there's a couple stuff like shit. But that's good though, bro. And then we want to talk. I want to talk about some music, bro.
Yeah,
We're
for
talking
sure.
about MP3s and
Absolutely,
waves.
yeah.
Pick my brain, my guy. What's up? What you got going on?
Okay, so one of the main reasons why I wanted to reach out to you was to see how you were doing, but also just to kind of tap in to see what your brain operates like behind the ones and twos.
Yes, sir.
Because that's one of the things where it's the biggest misconception for people that are in the crowd or people that think, hey, let me just get this control and I'm going to start being the next DJ Khaled or whoever you want to be as a DJ, right? Definitely. This one is an example. What are the main things that you do day to day prior to setting up for a gig? Do you kind of modify what you want to play? Do you DJ for yourself? Do you DJ for the crowd?
Definitely.
What is your process for that?
I mean, back in the day when I first got started, maybe I always say professionally. That means when I was paying, when I was claiming shit.
Right.
So that was 2018. So I'm like my 8th year now.
Right.
I used to play for the crowd.
Yeah.
And after a while, bro, the preparation. I guess if it's just say right now, I think I'm a wedding DJ. That's kind of that's my big thing. Right now.
Yeah.
I always tell you, it's easier to tell me what you don't want to listen to than what it is to listen to. And usually it's my demographic, that 25 to 40. And they just don't, the basic, we don't want country, we don't want slow.
Right.
That at this point in my DJ life, I am playing for the crowd, but with my vibe.
Okay.
I don't have a set list. I tell them all the time, and this is like every client knows, I don't go off a set list. I don't have anything recorded, which a lot of DJs do. That's cool, People have mashups. People have recorded sets, a 90s set that they record. They can just press play. And then I see what they do. They just kind of, they insert their shit in the middle of their recording, which is cool.
Right.
I think that's cheating. I think a DJ is really someone who fills the crowd, and there's the energy behind that, bro.
Right.
You can't say you're gonna treat every gig like it's your first and every gig like it's your last if you're not really feeling it. In my opinion, everything's off the fly, bro. I gotta feel it. Just like the pod, like everything's off the fly. We don't really. If I have a set list of like instructions, hey, this is the song we're gonna play for when groom walks out. This is the dance that the bride and groom are gonna dance to. That's different. That's a mando. That's part of the gig.
Yeah, of course.
But when I'm in my dinner mix or just like at my wedding, bro, I'm sure you heard that cocktail mix.
I loved it.
That was kind of me off the fly. I think I was in love, or I'm in love with my wife. I'm gonna play this, and this is what we want to listen to that day. I know her favorite songs. And I knew my favorite song. So that's kind of, I just go off the vibes, bro. Preparation, there's a lot of prep. You got to have everything lined up with the music. I like to go over at least that business part because they're really paying me to do the ceremony and make sure those first dances are right, those announcements are right. And just the equipment, bro. That's people think that the controller is a great start.
Right.
But you gotta have the equipment, and you gotta have something that looks decent. I see a lot of DJs now that kind of just go a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
There's a point where you don't need that much.
It's like a happy medium type of thing.
There's a video. I've learned two things, bro. There's a music DJ and there's a production DJ.
Okay.
Which one do you want to be? You know what I mean?
Right.
I ask myself that all the time. Like, do I really need that? Is that just for production? How is that gonna make me sound like a better DJ?
Yeah.
And that's kind of just that's the flow I be on, bro. Yeah. I love it though, man. I've been so blessed with just playing music, man. And you got to know your history.
Right.
All DJs, I tell all the DJs too, you got to know your history, man. I've been blessed because my dad was a Rick James fan. Yeah. My grandpa was a Ramon Ayala fan. You know, I grew up on cumbia music in Lamont. I was able to listen to the old school playing. I remember playing Gap Band when I was a kid.
Right.
And I loved hip hop.
Yeah.
And then once you start getting a little more mature in hip hop, everything's a fucking sample.
Absolutely.
So
I was just going to go into that because I know that you said your demographic is 25 to 40. How do you feel about these classic 2000 songs that are being constantly sampled and there's not even a change in the sample? It's literally just new verses on old production. How does that work? How do you change or become different on the song from 2006, whether it's Freak a Leak by P.D. Pablo or the old Jeezy and B.I. song? How does that work?
Dude, if it's the right crowd, bro, I can mix them. Same thing with, what's the one? That's my type, and I think it's Below the Whistle.
The Sweetie and Too Short.
So you just gotta mix. Once you beat match is my way to go.
Okay.
I'm a blender.
Okay.
So there's a way to. Like I said, remember I told you about those DJ intros.
Right.
You use those DJ intros the way they're supposed to. All 8-bar intros, bro, with the instrumental, of course.
Yeah.
You learn how to manipulate that and it's gonna be one after another. That old Jesus is gonna sound like that Freak League, which could really go into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you go into the whole Little John production.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But then again, every DJ is different, bro. I like to let the shit breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole. I was actually telling my wife the other day. I see on Instagram, which is cool. I like what they're doing for the reels. But there's no way I could go through 5 songs in 90 seconds.
Right, I've seen that too.
There's an arsenal. This is my arsenal, bro. I can't let them all out.
Yeah.
In 90 seconds. They have to breathe.
Yeah. Have you ever done something where and like I said, this is a dumb question. I do apologize, but whenever you started out and started doing the nightclubs or bars or situations, when you were splitting sets, or were you just always the person that was DJing the whole time?
I just probably, my most recent residency, which lasted for like 2 months, a month longer than it was supposed to, thank God.
Yeah.
That was a straight set me.
Okay.
Most of the time, bro, you're gonna split a set.
Okay, so that's a great bounce off of what I wanted to ask you. What are the rules and regulations on splitting a set? So, of certain bangers that ring off.
Yes.
How do you not play certain ones for the next DJ up? And what is the protocol or etiquette for that?
There should be an etiquette, but I don't think there's much in Bakersfield. I think everybody. It depends. Me, bro, I know. How do we have etiquette because we know that we know what's gonna hit. And what time of the day? If it's 7 p.m. and we going to 12, we know not to play Ain't No Fun right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We could probably get away with Ignition. We could probably get away with something man. It's just that your BPM ranges after a while. So you get away with How Do You Want It?
Right.
Out of Control remix, shit like that. Even Lean Back.
Yeah.
But you should know, like, this ain't the time to. My wife's gonna hate that I say this, but it's the fucking truth. I tell her this all the time. Mixing's like sex. Okay. You can't just go into that shit and just knock it out. You got to build up to it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is and I know I think I heard a producer say this too. This is a build up to it, bro.
Right.
You got to give them a little bit more. You got to get them warmed up. You know what I mean? That's the etiquette that I think a lot of DJs do. Miss to this day, because the other day I was doing a wedding and the band had their music going and they're playing some of my set.
Okay.
Which I visualized for the dinner.
Right.
And that matters too.
Absolutely.
And I'm not that guy to go like whatever, bro. Everybody got to do. All 2 songs don't define my set.
Yeah.
But the clubs, bro. Like you can't go Ain't No Fun at 7:38.
Got you.
But it is etiquette. But if you have a good relationship with DJ, I think we do have that understanding. Which I was blessed with was I have a different genres of music.
Okay.
I could go the cumbia route. And there's ways I've learned how to play that, just like I play hip hop, bro. It's a mashup and a blend.
Okay.
So that's what I really like about that, bro. But there should be etiquette, but I don't think many people really.
Yeah,
because
because I've heard songs that have ring off, throughout. Say if I show up somewhere at 10:00. Back when I used to go out, which it's not. I'm 43, so that doesn't happen as often as it. I'm cool being washed.
Sure,
so
here,
the biggest thing is I've heard songs where I've been at somewhere from 10:30 and it rings off, and it's cool. It gets everybody on the dance floor. Everybody goes back to doing what they're gonna do. Then it rings off again at 12:30. I don't mind it, but at the same time, I'm just thinking from a musical standpoint, like, is there etiquette behind that? Is because this new DJ didn't even know that he was even here and he played this before, or it doesn't even matter? I think it's just all vibes.
I think a club will be okay. That's probably the exception of it, bro. Because I don't play anything twice.
Right.
And honestly, I always tell people, if you make me play that shit more than once, you gotta shoot me a tip.
I got
At
you.
least I can feel better about myself. Because you know what I mean. I just don't like. Whoever's gonna be, they remember that, bro. He played the same, because you hear that. I used to hear that before I DJ'd. Like, he played the same song. He played the same song all the time.
Right.
And people that gets around, bro.
Yeah.
I think I have the reputation of playing a fresh set, and people. I was talking about my boy Paul yesterday. There was a point where he could hear what's coming next.
Okay.
And that's like the biggest compliment, because it means I'm mixing well and my blend's on point.
Okay.
And I was just showing my boy Matt. Shout out to my boy Matt. That dance floor is full, and usually DJs can get that shit full, and we all do, right? But a lot of them like to record the cha-cha slide portion of it, or that what's the Cupid Shuffle?
Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah, like
the line
this was a real mix. Like, I'm over here playing, that Not Like Us, Party Up in Here. Those still high pitched, those hype songs.
Yeah.
But we kept them on the dance floor.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what's fun about, bro. There's so many ways to go about it, though. I've learned that too. That every DJ has their own style.
Got you.
And
it's just crazy how social media works, man. Because like I said, I'm not one to jump on ones and twos. I just always been a fan of the music, right? So when I posted a little clip of me mixing, I got so many people responding to me like, "Yo, do this. I didn't know that you did that. Yo, what are you doing for? You want to do my wedding?" I'm like, "Oh, like whoa, let's just settle down here. Like let's settle down here because I know people that really dedicate their lives to this craft. Definitely. So I'm like, there's levels to this too as well. Like you got to put in the. I'm a big believer in putting the time in empty rooms prior to doing the big rooms, expecting people to show up. So it's crazy how that works, man. That's why I was always like, how does that work on the gym, the DJ etiquette side of it? You know, like what is the actual protocol? But I mean, because it feels like the circle is not too big. I mean, I feel like that circle's small, and a lot of the promoters know each other. A lot of these bars that hire other DJs know each other. So I was like, that's very interesting how that works.
There's a lot of gatekeepers, bro, but I've learned really on you guys just do your own thing. I never, and I'm not saying this as some cocky ass fool, but no one ever gave me the handout, dog. I had to earn everything.
I remember that, yeah.
And nobody ever said, hey, you know, I want to put you on because you're good. And people kind of caught on afterwards when they see me. That's why I think I'm a wedding DJ, bro. Everybody, I fought hard for opportunities to, you know, I remember I used to lowball people. I was, and I get that too. I know they probably didn't like me at the point, but I built up a reputation in a business that it makes it undeniable where I do feel like I'm decent at what I do, but I'm in my own lane, though.
Right,
you know,
absolutely.
And the chance, and the DJs too right now, there's a lot of going back and forth with a lot of bullshit.
Okay.
You know, everybody wants to determine what's a real DJ.
Right.
I think if you move the fucking crowd, you're a DJ.
What does that mean though? Like, what are people saying that is not a real DJ? Like, for instance, what are the examples of that?
A lot of people say if you use a controller, you're not a real DJ.
Got you.
That's all I know.
Okay.
That's all I know. I don't. If you don't scratch, you're a DJ. I learned a long time ago, the only people who care about scratching is the DJs.
Right.
The crowd ain't never going to care.
I've seen that too. It kind of annoys me a little bit. I respect the crowd because I know how hard it is, but I don't want to hear all that. Like, to me, that's that main character syndrome thing where it's just like a balance of that. But yeah, like that's interesting. So people say like if it's vinyl Serato, it's fine, but if it's not a controller Serato, it's not.
Yeah, bro.
That's a little weird.
That's weird too, because now the vinyl is essentially a controller. You just have the vinyl, you know?
Yeah.
There is no more needles and shit. It's all digital.
Right.
I have a different opinion on that because my cousins who DJ'd, you know, we won't say. You guys know who my cousins are. They always taught me the +-3 rule. Remember that too, bro. The +-3. When your BPM's 95, you don't want to go anything lower than 93. You don't want to go anything higher than 98.
Gotcha.
And then I remember one time I was at the barbershop just fucking with the music. And I remember my boy Manuel. Shout out to my guy Manuel. He taught me about the lows. You gotta blend the lows when you're blending the song. Then you're gonna start bringing up that next song's low, and you're blending the bass essentially, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're blending these bass lines, and that changed my whole DJ life, bro.
Got you.
And then you don't want a lot of people do too, bro. You don't want to train wreck your genres.
Okay.
You don't want to. I want to play 5, 6, 7 G funks, and then I'll play them with a little Selena and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or that Pitbull stuff that everybody loves, that Bad Bunny stuff, which is not my style.
Yeah.
But I'll play it.
Of course.
Those are the basics. Some people don't live by the basics, and that's cool. But you know, I don't, and I try to stay away from the whole, this is the real DJ. Like, no, bro, if you're making money to feed your family, there's a lot of different rappers in the world. You know this, bro. There's rappers who write their shit on a pad, on their phone, from their dome, who just freestyle bullshit and just edit that out, but that sounded cool, let's put that in.
Yeah.
Like, are they not a rapper for that? You know, I have rappers who have other people write their stuff. Are they not a rapper at that point?
Yeah, you go back to Eazy-E.
Yeah, bro, like, it's the way you deliver your stuff, I feel like. And I feel like, you know, all DJs need to understand that. And I stay away from it, bro, because it's always the same old. It's drama on Facebook, and you know, it's weird, bro. And I just feel like I'm not gonna ever hate on another man for trying to just get this money.
Yeah, I feel it.
You know, there's enough events and enough ears, and if you're really that good, then your work will show it.
Gotcha.
Another thing I try to stay away from. We just had this convo too with my boys. I try my best, except for here, because this is a podcast where I have to show my face.
Right.
I rarely show my face with my brands, bro. To keep grinding, so that's our boxing kids doing that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
With the DJ and stuff, it's the people doing it. I'm showing you what the people see when they hear my music. A lot of the brands we build, bro, with the Foothill thing, bro, BC thing, we stay behind the camera. A lot of our coaches don't even go in front of the camera because it's that main character syndrome shit, and I try to stay away from that, bro. Back in the day, I think I loved that stuff, but after a while, you kind of remember like if you're taking the focus off the main thing. No one's booking me; they're booking the experience that comes with DJ EC3.
Yeah, got you.
And it took me a while to understand that, bro. Yeah. But I love it though, man. I think you should get into it, dog. You know the music.
Yeah, I mean, I've always dabbled into it. It's just one of those things where it's kind of like, how many times can like when I did my goddaughter's birthday party, I'll do things like that because I've always enjoyed it, and I've never lost the passion for the music, whether it was hip hop, soul, country. I've always had a really, really good nucleus with what I've always enjoyed playing. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, and seeing my boys always doing it, it always made sense. So it was just one of those things where I'm like, hey, but at the same time, I'm a student of just information. Yes, I'm very internally competitive, if that makes sense. Like, I want to get good at something. I don't want to be the best at something. I just want to make good. It's like daily deposits. Definitely, it's like from boxing. It's like when you hit the focus mitts the first time, it's not as what you would think it would be, but you got to put those works. Every hour is an hour getting better. So
definitely, bro,
it's fire, man. You might catch me out there. You never know.
Yeah, bro. I think there is no such thing as too many DJs in my opinion.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
And I think the more we all come together. But then I guess I can't say because I don't really mingle that much either, bro. Right. I just don't have time to mingle.
Yeah, same.
And I just don't, honestly, I don't want to mingle because, like, I got my own thing going, bro. That's no disrespect to anybody, but I got enough homies. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I don't need to mingle with somebody else to kind of get justification, for what I do and, somebody's stamp of approval. I've been mingling with people all my life that I've wanted. Like my boy D. I've been with him since I was like 10 years old. He was my teacher, bro.
Yeah.
And he gave me my first gig like at his 40th party.
Yeah.
And that's who I kind of want to impress. Like I wanted him to say, yo, man, you fucking mix great.
Yeah.
I had my uncles and my cousins in the crowds at these gigs and just to say, man, you did that.
Right,
and
right.
I take heavy, dude, I've been critiqued by some of my cousins too. Like, yo, that ain't the one.
Yeah.
That ain't it. Like whatever you did there, we got to stop that shit. Record yourself, my guy. Yeah. And it took that time too, just recording myself and, man, messing up a lot, bro. This wasn't just something, we know how it is. We don't walk into it just like being the best.
Yeah, for sure. No, not at all.
But I love it though, bro.
I could tell you do, man. That's one of the things where I was like, you know what? Let me holler at E, man, because it was one of those things where it's like what you consider real is what somebody considers introductory type of thing, and that's fine if you look at it from that aspect. But at the same time, to kind of understand that it's okay to ask questions. Yeah, there's no like pride there. It's like, oh, like we all want the same thing, right? We all want to see our friends do well. Definitely. We all want to have a good time if you attend something that somebody's DJing. So it's one of those things where it's always showing love, but at the same time, like saying, hey, like this is what I want to do as well. Like,
yeah, bro.
It's cool, man. So that's one of those things that's going on with me. So it's like really bad golf, really bad DJing, but having fun at both.
Do you have a controller?
Yeah, I got a Flex 4.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of those starter ones. So it's one of those things where it's like getting used to it, but at the same time, it's like, hey, there's so many things that come along with it too.
That's an instrument, bro. I'm a firm believer that our controller is an instrument.
Yeah.
I still call myself a controllerist. I am not. I guess a DJ is if a real DJ is a scratcher and a vinyl guy, then I'm a controllerist, bro. Because there's so many things that you could do with the controller, manipulate it the way it sounds. I like to use the loop to my advantage.
Gotcha.
There is a reason why there's 1 bar loops, 2 bar loops, 4 bar. You could. And that takes practice, honestly. Do I practice a lot? No, I'm just going. But we could go. I already know. All the confidence you could do it off the ear.
Oh yeah, that's what I've always been doing. Because when I started I had a Newmark little Hercules, like $100 one. So it's just one of those things where I understand what a BPM is. I understand what wave files look like. I understand what snare drums look like. Yeah, so it was always from just being in the studio previously. Punch me in here, punch me in there. So it's like it's the same world, just different. It's like a sport. Whether it's NBA, college, it's still basketball. You know what I'm saying?
And the songwriting aspect of it, every 8 bars.
For sure, absolutely, yeah.
And that's what DJs first. There's something I never heard before, but I know if this is structured the way it's supposed to be structured, I'm gonna hear a new sound about 8 bars. I can kind of just go into that, especially when there's a nice intro.
Yeah,
you just know, bro.
How do you feel about the new way that R&B music is? Where before in the '90s, early 2000s, it was structured different with bridges and pre-hooks and hooks. Now it's like you're getting 2-minute songs for streaming purposes.
I know, bro.
That's tough.
It is very tough, man. That's the same thing with rap music, bro.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. There isn't more 3 verses.
No, there's no more 3 verses.
It's usually the hook, verse, and then hook, and that's it at times, And,
We were speaking of blow the whistle. I always trip out. There's a third, like he's rapping a third 16 on there. I'm like, man, by this time it's already gone.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
From when you hear it. So
that's why I kind of let it breathe, man. Because with Big Bang, that reminds me of that. Nicki Minaj is like on the fourth verse of that one. I think it's YG, the 2 Chainz, and Big Sean, then Nicki. And that's the verse that everybody wants to listen to. Yeah. But a part of me will never just want to go skip straight to the Nicki part.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you ever do something like that?
Bro, I just don't like that shit, bro.
Right.
Like, it's not my style, you know. I'm sure some people do. Like, there's some club DJs who just go straight to the hotness, you know. Right. Like, there's some songs where, you know, I see people go, "This is how we do it," and they just go straight to that Slick Rick third verse. Gotcha. But I'm like, man, I want to hear Montel's verse too.
Yeah, that's a legendary joint. Do you let that ring off with the acapella part in the beginning, or do you let it just go into the beat?
It depends, bro. Sometimes both versions have the acapella, but I like to have that DJ intro so I could build up to the blend. It's all about like I said, it's all about the blend, bro. And if you know I think the biggest thing I would tell you too is know the song when they're gonna pop in, bro. Right. You know, I still do it. That it's not dead air, but you still got that 5 seconds of just beat. When it needs to be 2 seconds of a beat and then hit him with the verse comes on, you know, or the hook comes in, you know, because you want them just to keep going.
How often do you let the instrumental play?
Shit, dude,
like for a banger.
For the instrumental, probably has 4 bars.
4 bars? Okay.
Yeah, bro. That's kind of what I've always been taught. Yeah. Was like, especially when you're mixing, bro. It's that because you really what I was taught too, man. Shout out to my guy Frank. Mm-hmm. It's that 4 bars, bro. Like when, and of course, I think one of the unwritten rules, you never want to mix in the middle of a verse. Gotcha. So when you're gonna get that, when you have that hook coming in, you gain that 4 bars of instrumental. And then you're going to blend it right when that hook starts, and right when it gets over, that's when you bring that 4 bars in and let that loop go. Mm-hmm. And then that's when you fade out. I use a break echo on my sound effects. Okay. It's stuck in there, you know, so that break echo, I hit it, and then I'm going right to the next song.
Gotcha. Have you always used Serato?
Yeah, always.
Okay. How do you feel about Record Box?
Never used it.
Never used it either. I don't know what that's like, but I see a lot of the controllers are it's a pick one each one or whatever.
And there's a lot I never use. People still use Virtual DJ.
I've seen that too.
That's just cool. It's free. That's a good way to learn. I just never use it as a professional DJ. Right. The Record Box is cool. There's some what's kind of scary, which I think I should go into one day. They have built-in turntables.
I've seen that.
Where your music's already in there. Yeah. But I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like so scared to lose my shit, bro. Yeah. Like I told you, I've collected my stuff since I was 12.
I remember. I was like, you told me how many songs. I was like, what? Yeah, how does that even accumulate?
That's 12. It's just almost 22 years of just collecting. But remember the iPods? Right. I put everything in the iPod, bro. And then back in the day, you were able to suck everything out the iPod and put it in digital form. I got lucky that I had both, and it took me hours to kind of get on my CDs. Gotcha. I got a lot of CDs that people don't have anymore, but I kept them, you know. And
how does that sound quality sound from songs that you ripped off CDs back in the day?
I think it sounds pretty. It's still pretty good, bro. Okay. It still sounds this, man. I still got like the last mill, and it all sounds the same, bro. Yeah. It's like that 128 was it megahertz? Yeah. Whatever that standard is, actually 326 probably. And then you'll see it too, bro. Like when it doesn't pop, it's like, oh, that shit's garbage. Right. But there's sometimes you got to use it, bro. Like you just got to turn up your gain a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you managing to do that live without the worries of distortion?
Dude, you know what? I try to stay out the red. Okay. As long as I stay out the red, I think I can play with it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But once you go red, bro, and then you have like the setup I have, if it goes red, it's gonna pop. Gotcha. And especially if the building's a little bit more older, that shit will pop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it's a trip. I don't like it, but I learned.
So you have to really go into every venue looking at acoustic settings.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. See, this is the stuff that I'm just not privy to.
Yeah. You know,
so you always been like, oh, plug in here, play. Yeah. But as far as how you guys do it, when you guys come in with the whole shebang of equipment, lighting, is it strategic how you guys lay out everything?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay. I think when it comes to a layout, bro, what I I just got recently. My cousin Matt told me about it. It's man, what the hell is it called? It's a power strip that really holds all your grounds together, because I've been learning about electricity now, because we're going to, it matters now. But back in the day, you could just plug it and go. Right. I would just plug it and go. I didn't give a damn about the electricity. But there is damn it, I forgot what he sent me, and I use it now to this day. But you need these for different buildings. Like you're gonna see, and then I found the other day I was in Keene, California, fucking Keene, right? Who would have thought? I was in Keene, California, and I found out because they wanted one speaker here and outside, they wanted another one inside so they could talk. You're gonna get that humming noise. You gotta, and that's I didn't know. No one told me this shit. I had to figure it out myself. All the speakers need to be plugged into the same outlet.
Oh wow!
Because if they're not, if I have a speaker over here plugged into another outlet, but I'm still running my XLR cable to my mixer, you're gonna get that humming noise.
Got you.
Because electricity is just, I don't know how it knows, but it's not getting the same energy source.
Right.
So once I changed it, bro, never heard the hum again. That's just like, damn, I wish I would have known that 2 years ago because I've had a few bad gigs. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I wasn't rock with it, you know?
Right.
Now I'm learning that it's more about electricity, bro. And when you got the subs and you got the 12s, it's a layout, bro.
It's a lot of power too.
And these things are self-powered as well, but some of these buildings aren't equipped for that, bro.
Got you.
You know what's a pain in the ass? Super random, but my fog machine, because it needs like one of those upgraded amps. You can't just plug it in someone's house. Like I've tried it, bro. My wires get so hot when you pull it out.
Yeah.
Sparks.
Oh wow.
It's the power, and it's from fucking China. But this is the one that, dude. It was like $2,300. Like I'm not shy about what I spent on it.
Yeah.
And do I use it all the time? No, but damn,
it's nice
dude,
to have. It's a package that you could have offered, right?
But it's like, damn, dog, just to get it, make sure the building can handle that. It's a pain in the ass, bro. Like if they don't have that, just say it's a 12V or whatever. I don't really know the specific name of it, but it has to be that upgraded power because dude, lights will shut off, you know.
Okay.
Especially these older buildings that we're all running. We have band. And sometimes you can run with the band. The band need that power too. They're taking the juice too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, bro.
How do you prepare for something like that? Worst case scenario if the power shuts out.
Oh man, you just gotta turn the subs off. In my opinion, whatever you kind of have an idea, bro. Like when the subs are hitting and the lights fucking flicker, I'm like, shit.
Damn.
And you kind of warn the clients too, you know, and the clients know, but the venues should be able to serve the DJs and serve any vendor who's gonna use the electricity. They should know better, bro. Because I don't take generators. I'm not doing that. If I gotta do that, I'm not the DJ for you.
Yeah.
I just need somewhere where I could take care of mine. Because mine, since we have self-powered subs, the power is not so much used. It's all self-powered. It's not like we used back in the day with the amps and all that shit.
Yeah.
The amps are built inside now. So
it's a whole different ballgame, man.
You do have to be prepared for every scenario because you don't want that could short your shit.
Right.
I worry about that too, bro. Like DJing is not, like I said, like you said, it's not just plug and go anymore.
No.
It's a complex thing at times, bro. Like you gotta have backup to everything too. You gotta have the backup XLRs. You gotta have the backup power plugs. You gotta have the backup fucking controller.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have the backup USB cord because you never know that could go out. This isn't meant to last forever. You know.
Right.
Dude, it's a pain in the ass, bro. That's why I had to get the work van.
Gotcha.
You know, I can't lift everything on the trailer I got used to when I was younger.
Right.
You know, so I've been running a little bit more, so I gotta get in shape, bro.
Yeah, I could tell, man. You look good, bro. Appreciate you, man.
It's been it's just realizing that type of shit because I don't want it to be a drag. I don't want it to be like, damn, I gotta go do a gig. And I had to snap myself out of that too, bro. There will be a point in time where you're like, fuck, I gotta go do this gig.
Right.
But you gotta, being humble and just being, gratitude is the biggest thing, though. Like, I hear I don't know if you know who Jim Cornette is.
Of course.
So Jim Cornette has this speech, bro, that he told the guys. And it's like, man, because one of the guys passed away, and he's kind of saying, hey, this is a fucking tough business you're in.
Yeah.
You gotta love it more than you hate the bullshit.
Right.
And just because you make it to these big spots doesn't mean you could be late.
Right.
Doesn't mean that you could be content.
Yeah, the house shows matter just as much as the pay-per-views and stuff like that. So.
And half of your opportunities are luck.
Wow.
And take advantage of everyone. And that's I when I'm not ready for a gig, bro, I put that speech on. It just kind of gets me back to my.
That's fire,
it puts
bro.
everything in perspective, bro.
Yeah.
It's a grind, bro. It's fun. Music is fun to play, but when you're doing 5 different things and shit, you're coaching and you're going to school and you're working out of school and you're I don't know how it is to be a father when you're married and you gotta hold the house down.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you want to do pause and photography. Like you're trying to pursue the journey of DJing. I'm trying to pursue the journey of photography.
Right.
So I know how it is when you have questions, and because this thing here that's not easy to work either. You know, I'm still trying to learn how to get these pictures right. Right. It's taking the leap, bro. I think everybody needs to take the leap, and if you love it and you have faith in yourself, then try it.
Yeah, no, for sure. If anything, I just want to teach my daughter this because I want her to be fly as far as learning the ones and twos as well. So, and she's a quick learner too. So it's one of the things where it's like, it's just an additional hobby for me where it's just like, I've always loved to do it. And now it's just something that, hey, let me just try to expand the horizons a little bit. Because like I said, I've always done this in spots, whether it was a random house party or whether it was like a family member doing something, I was always in charge of the music or turning up the party or whatever. So it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, this would always be dope. But at the same time, it's like life gets in the way of certain things. Like now it's like, oh, now this is something that I can do as far as enjoy it with somebody and be able to have outlets and a lot of friends that are successful at this as well. And always ask questions.
Who would in the town, like when you were coming up, what DJs were you like, damn, that's the man right there?
I remember DJ Damage was always dope.
Oh, shout out to Damage,
DJ Rec was always dope. Also Mighty was always dope. Ill Flow, Exposed, crazy. I remember when he was doing the rhyming thing back in the day, where he was specifically just doing that. I remember like when he used to stay out on this side of town, and him and his cousin, I forgot his cousin's name. I forgot what his name is. My apologies on that. I remember they would be like just killing the vinyls and DJing and killing it. And I remember now to see how good he is, it's incredible.
Definitely.
I haven't seen him in person in a long time, but I see him online and I'm like, man, that's incredible, man.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so it's always been like the OGs, man. Like I said, I've always been able to kind of show my respects and have that relationship with them where if I was to ever ask him anything, it was always like, oh, check it out. And of course, my brother KG, like,
for sure.
That's like my brother type of thing. So to see how well they do, there's so many, man. It's so hard to kind of just pick a select few. Definitely. And of course, you always go with the OGs like Baker Boys and things like that. Of course, you have to, but definitely. It's one of those things where it's cool, man. And now EC3's up there too, man.
I remember seeing like, man, just going DJ Mike. He used to do a lot back in the day.
DJ Mike was my guy, man.
It's like he used to do all these high school parties like for the proms. I remember like, damn. And then of course seeing the Baker Boys, family, just seeing them do it. Then like, that's why I knew the blend, bro. They do the blend. They're the godfathers.
DJ Edit too. DJ Edit was incredible, man. Shout out to DJ Edit,
shout
man.
Out to Edit.
Yeah.
I love saying it. Rest in peace, my guy Manuel G. You know, just at the Elements, man. That's a spot we missed, man. We missed that. And that's what was it for my wedding, you know? That's where I wanted my wedding to be. I knew, that's where I wanted to be at, bro. And
so many dudes, man.
Yeah.
And they put in real work, man. That's why I'm very careful about saying, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I am, because I know dudes that really sacrifice so much to get in the position they're in.
Definitely.
So it's always kind of like, yo, these are the ones that you guys want to listen to, you know? So, yeah, shout out to them, man.
And it's like, just that, I guess the sacrifices.
It's a lot, bro.
It is, bro. And
I can just tell now practicing, it takes a lot of energy just practicing for like an hour or two because the time flies by. You're sweating. You're trying to make things work. You're messing up. It's like that trial and it's humbling you really quick.
Yes, bro. Because and then you have to, being around it too. You're like, damn, I want it to sound like that. What the fuck are they doing and sound like that? And it took so long for me to kind of, there was so many, and I still have light bulb moments, you know, and I love that because that means I'm still learning, and I don't know it all. And it's like, man, I want to learn more. I want to, I don't see a lot of DJ, like me, I'm in my own little world, but there are sounds in my head. I'm like, why can't I get it to sound the way I know I can make it sound? Yeah. I'm not a dreamer, I'm a doer. Everything I think I could do, I see it, so I just got to figure it out. You know, does that make sense?
Absolutely,
Some people are dreamers that, you know, they ain't gonna climb Mount Everest, but I know that if I visualize something, that means I can make it happen in my head. Just when you're creative, it's like, damn, I know I could figure that out. But practice time too, bro. It's hard for me to come by.
I know there's not enough hours in the day.
It's my practice is the gig, so believe it or not, bro.
Really, wow.
And that's when I experiment. Like, let me see if this hits. Bro, you have no idea how much I get off when I could play Let's Play House.
Right. Oh, that's incredible.
Because you could play that, and it's like, man, we're so fly with Slim and Young Jock. Still a banger, you know? And Body on Me with Nelly. Like, those are the ones I'm playing at dinner. I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out what type of crowd I have right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, bro, what I've realized the last year is you have to be on the mic. You got to get these people excited to be there, and that's so out of my. When the first 3-4 years, I was so like not too cool, but my fuck, no one wants to hear me, but they do, dog.
Right, no,
you're keeping these people engaged, you're keeping them in the loop, what's going on, and when you, like I had this set going on last Saturday, and I had the club, the dance floor packed, and that was the first time I said like, yo, if you're having a good time, say, oh yeah, you know what I mean. If you like making money, say hell yeah, and then if you're having a good time for Matt and Jordan's wedding, make some noise, and everybody made noise. Like, I had it in my palm, and I was like,
you don't be doing the old school shit like that. Say ho.
No, but I thought about, hey, dude. There is a time for that. I think I do need to start doing that a little bit more because. But you just you can't do it when 20 people are on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, bro. I think it's been a beautiful journey, bro. I love that I'm able to do what I do in music. Because honestly, bro, the DJ thing is a foundation of everything you see here.
I could tell,
I cannot do anything that we're doing without the DJ life, bro. And I love my foothill life, my foothill dreams. But that's just I was blessed with that side. That's a side passion project, you know. Basketball it's a passion project for me. DJing's my love, bro. And I love it, man. It's a cool little thing, man.
Yeah, man. What do you feel about the genres that are disappearing nowadays? How there's no rock music.
I know, bro.
There's no punk rock music. There's no alternative music. Like, we were watching Stagecoach the other day. Me and my wife were just watching it on the stream. And Hootie and the Blowfish was performing, right? Mm-hmm. Incredible records, incredible band. But they made a really good point where they were saying, if you guys were to put out an album, what genre would it be?
Yeah, definitely.
What would the Counting Crows be now? It would probably be country, right?
Yep.
So that it's weird how there's no more of that. There's just no more punk rock music.
Do you think that was really the fad? Because I think hip hop has lasted longer than punk rock. When they had that time, they had that.
Well, you have to go back to the 70s as well.
Oh, the 60s with the Ramones.
70s, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, how deep are you going with punk rock? Are we going like Bad Religion type of stuff too?
But isn't everything an evolution? Because I guess you could say like the 60s Ramones and all that good stuff, right? Yeah. And I'm not an expert on this. This is kind of just music history, right?
Of course, yeah.
But didn't that evolve from like that southern rock stuff, that southern country stuff, and the blues? And
because there's a difference in that as well. You know, there's some people that they don't consider Leonard Skinner or Creedence Clearwater Revival country, but you can't get more country than southern rock. You know, so definitely. And it's just one of those things too. Like, do you include the Memphis, blues into that? Because Memphis blues, Tennessee, Nashville, it's all in the same state. So it's do you blend that as well?
And I feel like, man, his hip hop took over this whole social media thing. And the music videos in R&B, of course R&B, but I put that all under one umbrella. We kind of ran with it, bro.
Yeah, the thing is with hip hop though, it makes me, at least at my age, feel my age with the new stuff. Like, I can't relate to it because I feel like the craftsmanship is not there anymore. And it's not the get off my lawn type of conversation, but I would rather just listen to something that I just feel is legendary, right? Definitely. Like, the top rappers now are all close to their 40s.
Yes, they are.
So what's going to happen 10 years from now when they're 50?
I know, bro. It's going to be like, I think the game's going to be like it is now, bro. We're going to go back to our old stuff that we know.
Yeah.
What's old is new again,
Right.
I think another reason why I've been successful as a DJ is because no one's come up with new shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's
honestly,
a good point.
Bro, I'll still play the stuff that people want to hear, that 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
That 90s, dude, Evelyn Champagne King hits every time. Square Biz hits every time.
That Donald Jones, what's up? Like certain things that it hits automatically. That's a segue into the question, man. Do you feel that 90s, 2000s, what do you say, 20 years, 90 to 2010, is that the greatest music era of all time?
Shit.
Because I'm considering the 90s, you got the grunge, you got the gangster rap, you got the beginning of the East Coast shiny suit era, then you get to the down south stuff, with ATL, Outkast, going to Jeezy, snap music. Then you go to 2005, Little John,
it's up there, but damn, I can make a good. I'm not a history guy, but I can see that 60s through 80s now that I listen to it.
Right.
Damn, dog, how could you beat the SOS band?
I know.
How could you beat Evelyn Champagne, the Rick James of the world, and Michael
Jackson. You know how we feel about Rick. Like,
bro.
We have bonded about Rick because, I'm saying, the Rick that you guys like, the majority, is probably the different Rick that we like because we are legit Rick James fans. So that's a good point.
Like Hollywood by Rick James is
that's my shit.
Dude, that doesn't get enough love. You know. I just said, man, what the hell was this? Somebody pulled up. There's a song by Prince that he dropped years ago. I hope I have it on here. Let me see. I don't think I got my shit connected. I know I don't. I don't think I do. But I do have my Apple Music connected. There's a song by Prince, bro, that I'm like, oh my lord, what is this? Is
I'm talking about the Mary Jane girls, all the other stuff too,
bro,
like things that just still ring off. Like I know that firsthand because when I was spending 2 weeks ago, I dropped Mary Jane girls, and all of a sudden everybody was just like, poof, little joints like that.
Sometimes it snows in April.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, bro. That is like, dude, how do you top that? So I would say but that 90s to 2005, 2007, dude, we used to talk about the ringtone raps. But I know when we were making music, we didn't want to make ringtone music. But damn, bro, now it's like we did not know what we had, my guy. It was that music right now. I will tell you, Young Jock, I know you see it. It still bangs right now.
Really?
And it's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I would be nervous to play that.
Dog,
that bounces back to the question: am I DJing for me or for the crowd?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't do that, but the crowd probably would want that.
In our demographic, we love that shit, and now we're becoming the older guys, right? That shit still hits, bro, and it's like, wow. And I can't believe it sometimes, bro. People remember that beat. And that hook, it's eeny, meeny, miny.
Right,
People
very elementary, but it works.
Yeah,
Same with Gorilla Zoe.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, little songs like that where you think that it was like in a niche pocket or something, but it just you play, you're like, oh, it goes.
Yeah, dog, I can't.
Plies, Jeezy, Lose My Mind,
100%.
hits. I'm like, I would think that's that drummer boy, heavy 808, nasty, down south. You don't know how that works until you hear it on big speakers.
Definitely,
everybody has the same reaction.
And there's a pocket, dude. Even some cut.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, still, damn. All that shit's like
some cut is crazy because when I listen to that and it comes up on my playlist at the gym, I go crazy. I don't know why. Yeah, and it's that long ass intro. I'm like, bro, it's like a minute and 40 seconds and they still haven't started rapping yet.
So what I like to do, trick of the trade, when we get them cracking, bro, and then you blend that motherfucking that bed going up and down. It's like 2 bars, and once they hear the they're like, holy shit. Yeah. And then you just play it, and then that beat drops.
Yeah, that beat
Everybody just fucking hits that shoulder roll, bro. It's like that's the shit that I love, bro. And
people don't dance no more though, right?
That's another thing too. You know what?
Because I remember back in the day when my old ass used to go to the club, we used to go and leave the club like drenched in sweat, like in the undershirt.
Yeah,
the white shirt was hanging like a chain from sweat or whatever. And I remember we used to go out and actually dance. The few times, recently you go out, everybody's into their bottle service with their phones out. So how does that work for a DJ in the club?
Man, that's why I stick to weddings, bro.
Got you.
The weddings, they
want to have a good time.
They have to have a good time, bro. Like, and you could call like, hey, get what's my if it's not working, that doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah.
But some people just kind of need to get that, break the ice a little bit. Some people take a drink. Yeah. But once you say, hey, let's get the bride and groom out. Who's gonna come dance with the bride and groom? Yeah. And I warned them about that. Hey, there's gonna be something I get you guys. I'm gonna call you guys out, and get you guys to the middle of the
I've seen the videos of you just literally out there with the bride and groom. I think that's fire too, because you're out there DJing. You got the mic out there, and people are surrounding you. I'm like, oh, okay, I see it.
You have to, bro, because I'm like, damn, this is the and you'll learn this too, bro. Every gig is potentially 3 or more gigs.
Gotcha.
I look at every fucking gig with that. There's definitely 3 people who are at least gonna ask me, "Hey, are you available on this day?"
Oh yeah.
If I kill it.
Yeah, I got that from the sets that I did that night at Saunders for one of my friend's birthday parties because we work together. She's a great friend of mine too, so we always talk about music, and she's been DJing as well. And I was like, I've always messed around, did my thing or whatever, and she's like, I want you to drop a set on Saturday. I was like, you're crazy. I just felt it, and I was like, you know what? I could work that.
Yeah, bro,
boom, went up there, and I couldn't stop or whatever. So then the next day I was like, all right, let me just put this out there, and I think I did like a DJ quick mix where I was working on Tony, Let's Get Down, and Tonight, blended it in perfect or whatever, and then my DM just started like blink, red, and everybody was just like surprised, showing love, and at the same time like, yo, what are you doing here, or can you do this? And I'm like, wait, let me get my information together because I don't want to look like a fool. A, B, at the same time I want to respect the craft and the process. So it's a good time.
There's a time too, bro, and it's not gonna be popular, my guy, but just fucking jump in, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you can't. Man, and I know we want to pay respect to, but who's gonna ever tell you you're ready besides you?
Yeah,
you feel me? Like
that's true. That's a good point.
That's like there's no one ever gonna tell you, and you're not gonna be ready, bro. You're not gonna learn how to swim until you jump in the pool and learn how to swim. Because most of my knowledge has come from my fuck ups.
Right.
Every L I took wasn't a lesson, bro. Like, check this out. So Saturday, the bride sent me a link, and I assumed it was the clean link of International Players Anthem, right? Yeah. It said instrumental, and I did double check it. Hey, my guy, did you want the instrumental or this link? He's like, just give me the link.
Right.
He assumed it was the instrumental link. So I play it. That's the walkout song of the ceremony.
Oh, wow.
And, bro, he gave me that look like, what the fuck are you playing? I'm like, oh, shit, what? And he texted me. He's like, I want the instrumental. I didn't have it. I'm like, God damn. And that's why I double checked in the morning, right? And I'm mad at myself. Like, damn, I should have just downloaded both if I had
not only
doubt.
that, couldn't you just take the vocals out for Serato?
Did you think? I did not think about that.
Wow.
Because I was under pressure.
Yeah.
See, bro, and I think, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
gotcha.
you have to, I learned the hard way on how to
does Andre even cuss on that? In the first
no, but Pimp C, because he wanted the whole, because he wanted to go.
With the beat drop.
Yeah.
What you choose and love it, fuck.
Yeah, so but there wasn't.
At a wedding, that's crazy. But it's fly, though.
But I played the clean version, though.
Yeah.
But he still wanted the instrumental, you know? But again, forgetting that we have stems now,
of course.
I could just fucking throw
just
it on the other deck.
Boom. Yeah.
You know, queued it up and just played the instrumental and just pressed the stems.
Yeah.
Dude, I was mad at myself for like 2 hours.
So that gives me some grace then, because I'm like, if dudes that have been doing this for years.
Yeah, bro, you forget, dog. Because I don't use a lot of stems either. Keep 1,000. I don't. You know, when I do is when I don't have that DJ intro, and I need to have a couple bars of just the instrumental, then I'll play it. But you know, it's a big influence for me. Fucking "Baby I'm Back" by Baby Bash. There's a lot of talking, like, you know, show me what the name is.
Yeah.
Like, already, all that shit. I don't want to hear that shit when I'm blending it in. And that's when I use my stem. Yeah. But it's not a lot of songs like that, you know.
Yeah.
Just a lot of.
That song's a classic too.
Yeah, dog. You just learn a lot from that shit, man. And there's no.
There's no manual. You kind of got to figure it out.
It's clear. I mean, no one's ever gonna tell you when you're ready, dog.
Right.
This isn't college where you got to get your diploma and shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna always do what you gotta do. There's always gonna be somebody who says this is the way you do it better, and you listen to them, you know. But you gotta figure out what's good for you, bro. If I would have listened to every fucking DJ that told me I was doing something wrong, I want to be DJ EC3.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's real.
And that's no disrespect to anybody. Like I said, everybody just has their own lane, bro. And,
that's what kind of makes it dope, though, because everybody's got their own style. The way you mix something is probably different how someone else would.
Hell yeah.
Even if it's identical, there's still something different.
I had this one spot, man, back in the day when I first got my controller. I'm just blending, and this guy was fucked up one day. Like, let me show you something, little homie.
Yeah.
And that's when he showed me. Why do you think you have loops for? I'm like, what do you mean? Then start looping this shit, bro. Start dun, the song, dun, and then he'll break it down to the smallest bar and beat match with that. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's fire.
And then let it go, and then here comes the next song. And dude, I never seen that man again, but I'll never forget the visualization. I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that.
Wow.
Like, you just learn crazy things as you go, bro.
Yeah.
And, it's what you play, though, I guess, too. You know, it's like, you know, if you know the vibes and you have an idea what people want to listen to.
Gotcha.
I think it's cake.
All right, cool. I wanted to see. I came with an idea for the podcast today because we're both music heads. We know that.
Definitely.
I want to do this or that, and why? Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you one. If you want to fire one back, we could do that too.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 R&B groups. You tell me which one you like and why.
Okay.
Okay. Jagged Edge, 112.
I like 112. I want to go 112 because I like, man, Peaches and Cream is my stuff. I like the Only You. I felt like their songs are more something I would play out on these weddings.
Gotcha.
Jagged Edge, man, I can't say I'm deep in their catalog. I like Let's Get Married, the remix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go off the top of my dome right here. Let's go Richie Rich or Mac Dre.
Ooh. I'm going to be biased and just say Richie Rich because I like what he's doing on the podcast run. But something about the West Side, those things are classic. You go the feature route, still the things to deal with Pac.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say that because I think Mac Dre is incredible for the songs that we love. Like, of course, the Get Stupid and the hypey stuff that we always enjoy. But I think Rich is so underrated because, I love his voice. His delivery was always flawless. And whenever I hear him, I automatically want to listen to Be Legit, The Click, just that 1990s, early 1990s Bay Area sound. So I'm going to say Richie Rich on that. Okay, cool. I'm going to go with this one for you. Mac 10. Okay. I'm saying we're going Mac 10.
10?
Yeah, and I'm counting the West Side Connection stuff.
Okay. Cool. I like that.
Okay, so Mac 10, E40.
Damn, 40 water.
Easy?
Not easy, nah. But I like 40. Oh, man, that early '90s, like you said, bro. That mid '90s, that
So you're talking major. So you're taking major
way.
So major way.
That we get a report card.
Okay.
Everything he dropped after that, bro, because he dropped it. Man, he dropped like 12 albums.
Right, he did.
And like if we're including the Bow Down stuff,
I got to.
Terrorist Threats and For Life and man, remember the Testimony?
Yeah,
it just drive me crazy. It ain't one thing, it's another. Like I love Mac 10.
Got you.
But E40 playing my guy.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay, I'll take one from you too.
Let me see. Man, Jay-Z or Kanye West?
Oh man, Kanye easy.
Kanye.
Yeah, just because I think even though I love Jay, I'm doing Kanye's production in that, so I may be cheating on that because I'm thinking I'm listening to something else that he's producing, and I feel I'm so connected to the Blueprint album. Then maybe it's just because I remember when it happened in the 9/11 thing, and I remember that sound. I was so confused what he was going to come out with, right? Because I heard Ace to the Izzo, and I didn't like the Jackson 5 sample at first. I just didn't like it because it felt too gimmicky in a way. But then when you hear Takeover, even though Just Blaze it, I was like, oh, that's incredible. But when I hear Never Change. And then I was like, I go back to the Kanye stuff when I'm like, man, you listen to College Dropout, Graduate. I don't think there's been I think My Dark Twisted Fantasy is the greatest hip hop album of all time.
That's a beautiful album, bro.
Because you can listen to that a cappella, right? You can listen to that instrumental wise. There's not many albums that you can get from that. And I feel with Jay, even though he's amazing and probably in my top 5, there was always these little gimmicky songs that he would always try to come out with.
People love Volume 1 and I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Volume 1.
That's what, and Irv shits on it. Well, he did. Rest
in peace, Irv.
It was all this Hitman bad boy shit.
Yeah, like that shiny shoe shit, that Sunshine and everything. I hated that.
Dude, I thought Volume 3 was when he made his come out party, bro. Like, and of course, Reasonable Doubt, but that's what I thought. Like, and then we get the Dynasty and the Blueprint and Blueprint 2.
But I don't. As many people love the Dynasty, I don't count the Dynasty as a Jay-Z album. I think that's like a collaborative album with Siegel and Bleak. And maybe I'm probably crazy. But I think bar for bar, Siegel's probably just as good or even better than Jay-Z bar for bar.
100%, bro. 100%.
And I'm just kind of but my favorite rapper of all time is Scarface, right? So the biggest thing is I feel Beanie Siegel was the closest thing to Scarface.
This Can't Be Life is like one of that shit gets me emotional to this day, bro.
Mom Praying is another one if you listen to that. But yeah, so that's a great. But like I said, I'm definitely bringing in the Good Music Foundation stuff, whether it was Pusha T's album, Daytona, and those are all Kanye's fingerprints on all those albums, man. So I don't agree with a lot of the shit that he's done the last 10 years, probably. I stopped messing with Kanye after the Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my cutoff right there. After that, I'm just like, I don't even know what he's doing.
Hey, there's some stuff on Bully that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard I love the Troutman stuff too. I was like, I love that he's still pushing the envelope a little bit with trying to make new sounds. But at the same time, it's just so many other things I can't really get with, man.
Dude, that's what's so crazy right now, what's going on with him. You see these people canceling shows.
Yeah.
Americans forgive very easily.
I know.
Back the people across the seas, they don't really forgive that much. Man. They don't have the freedoms that we have and the luxury that we have to say, oh, we can erase that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they could have just because he sold us some shows in LA. LA's a whole different city than the rest of the world.
That's a melting pot of everything too. So you're gonna find 100,000 people that agree with you regardless whether you're right or wrong. But at the same time, I've seen him live, and that's one of the best. I mean, nothing compares to when I seen Prince, but it's up there. You know, so we've seen Kendrick, Prince, all these other ones, but that Yeezus tour that we went into, that was really incredible. When he split the mountain and comes out and the whole, it's incredible the way he did everything. But I wasn't even a big Yeezus album fan until I seen the tour.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I understood it.
That sounded different. You know what I mean? That was kind of like, I remember I first was like, what the fuck are we doing? This is like a rock album? Like,
like the first song, I don't know, I think it's On Site, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's so distorted, I wanted to turn it. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? I just changed it to the next one or whatever. So, yeah, man. So I'll go yay on that. But I'm a Nas fan, so maybe I'm biased.
Okay. You got one more?
Yeah, let's do a better rap group. Are we going to take Gangstar or Outkast?
All right, so you were saying
Outkast
or Gangstar.
Or Gangstar, and this is including the Primo production for other things that he's done.
Oh, damn.
Because I got to make it fair, because if we look at based on the run that Outkast had from Southern Playlist to Cadillac Music, AC Aliens, Aquemini, and
which we just talked
Stingonia. That's incredible music right there, man.
And that's why I gotta go Outkast, bro. I love DJ Premier, and I love everything he's done from with Guru, with Jay, with Big, we were just about the Drew Damage of the other day. Like
incredible album.
That debut album was crazy.
Incredible album.
But Outkast is, I hate that they mentioned Big Boy or they mentioned 3K without Big Boy.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, I think they're right there.
Yeah, bro.
They're right there.
They're a package deal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
this guy. This no, it's a package. And that for that first time we broke down on the what's in the deck in the early episodes of that. Love what 3K did for just lyricism, bro,
Right.
and it wasn't the gun packing, shit.
Yeah.
It was really some thoughtful stuff. And Big Boy, still to this day, I feel like he got some shit. Man, I would just, you remember Speakers on Blast with the
course,
game?
yeah.
Big Boy on that killing it. Kill
Even
Jill with the Killer Mike and
Kryptonite.
Great,
that song still goes.
Shine Blockers.
Yep.
Like, man, what's the Shutterbug?
That was fire too. Yeah.
Like, man, I've always been I'm an Outkast guy, bro.
Gotcha.
And what damn, why am I blanking down on the production team?
Organized Noise.
Yeah, Organized Noise, what they did. And if
Rico
you
Wade.
with Goody Bob, they brought that to the fore.
Yep.
Killer Mike and the whole world, like. Dude,
That Soul Food album for Goody Mob is incredible
Who's
as well.
that? Keep it going.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane, man.
Okay, I got one. Let me go group with you. One last one. This will be funny. Let's go Atmosphere or Mobb Deep.
Oh, Mobb Deep. Come on, man.
Come
on, man. Atmosphere is incredible. Slug, they're great, man. But at the same time, it's like we're talking about Shook Ones. Like Shook Ones is going to be like put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the instrumental alone, probably. And
yes.
I don't think it's a theory that Prodigy never had a whack first bar in any song. So if you listen to all of his catalog, just listen to the first bar, and it's gonna be some crazy shit. Like,
did you hear that latest Mobb Deep album?
Yeah, I heard it. I felt like it sounded very AI-ish.
It probably is, bro. I'm sure they
because I love the single. The single sounded very Mobb Deepish, but when I got into the album, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the Hell on Earth.
The older I get, bro, the more I appreciate Alchemist.
Yeah,
honestly.
Oh, he's incredible. He's so one of one, man.
Like, with stuff he did with Currency and
I love that Currency EP.
Yeah, bro. There's so much that Alchemist has done. I'm like, not that I slept on it, but I'm just more appreciative of it.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff with Freddie Gibbs and all that stuff right now.
Are you a fan of the new stuff with like no drums and stuff? Like how he doesn't have like drums in his beats.
He kind of reminds me of what Mad Lib was doing with Freddie Gibbs.
That's why.
I like it, bro. I like it. I got with Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. They kind of did a lot of that no drum stuff. But he does it so clever, bro.
He's incredible. I mean, I love the stuff that he was doing with Bronson and everything. But I wish. Because he always had crazy drums. Like, listen to that 98 to 2004 Alchemist when he's doing stuff with, like, D-Block. And it's just so many, just, like, even the stuff with the Eastsiders, like, on that Deuces and Trey's album. Yeah. Incredible stuff. Where you're just like, man. Or even the Snoop Dogg, Doghouse All-Stars. Hey You. Incredible records. But I'm like, man, I missed that part of it because he still had that signature sound. Yeah. The new stuff is really, really creative, though. I wish him and Mac Miller would have did something over the jazzy stuff. Definitely. Rest in peace, Mac, of course. So I was just thinking, I'm like, man, there's so many possibilities on what he does now.
There's a song with Schoolboy Q and Alchemist on the Habits and Contradictions that I forgot what I think it's bad. I want to say it's Groove Line. I don't know. I think with Dom Kennedy, but there's a couple Alchemist.
Yeah, the Break the Bank is an Alchemist record.
Yeah,
that song is incredible. Man, see those drums on that one as soon as it drops, no rap, I've been like incredible. So
Schoolboy Q was spit on that, bro. People forget that man could do that.
Yeah, man, he's one of those ones where I think we're just not gonna appreciate him until he stops doing music. Kind of like Common.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, like Common's never dropped a bad. I mean, we could say that Electric Circus is a little off, but as far as verses, I think whenever he stops rapping, people are gonna be like, "Man, Common was really nice."
Common B, bro, has a special place in my heart.
Same here. That whole album is incredible.
That was like that Lupe era, and like that's
2006, 2007.
Yeah, that was that.
That's a Kanye. Kanye produced that album.
I can't believe the time has flown by.
I know, 20 years.
I cannot wait for the new Tupac. I went to the Chance the Rapper 10-year anniversary of Acid Rap. Yeah. Or 15. Goddamn, I forget. Yeah. But that was fun, bro. Like that was a fun time in music. Right. It was opening a new door for me. You know.
That was what 2015, 2014.
I think so. Yeah, bro.
So that was
it should have been a 10-year then.
So like Kid Ink and all that stuff was out.
Yeah,
Kid Ink had some bangers, man. Like. Yeah, that whole Mustard sound from like 2013 to 2017 was incredible.
Yeah,
so
no, he's been around, people think not like us and like Big like, no, bro, balling like no, he's been around way before that.
Yeah, for sure, man.
He did ladies and shit. Yeah, I'm one that plays a lot in the club right now. Or I play with my mix. Like everybody loves that.
Yo, man, where's Roddy Ricch at, man? By the way, we're listening to High Fashion the other day, and I was like, "Where's Roddy Ricch at, man?"
How do you not capitalize off that? Balling's one of the. I remember my boy Domo said, "Yo, listen to the song."
Yeah.
And I had to play that shit like 5 times.
Yeah.
Balling was my shit.
That's an incredible record.
Yeah, bro. That's a rare record. It's gonna be timeless, you know, and no, it'll be good, bro.
Yeah, man.
But whatever you need on the DJ side, Sal, please let me know.
Oh, for sure. God. You know I will, man. I ain't got no problems asking questions.
Yeah, no,
because I've always been inviting as far as what I can do for people. So I'm luckily I've always been able to get that reciprocated from my friends, because like I say, I know what's good for me as far as the advice I request. I'm like, yo, what would you do here? I got this opportunity. What do you think? One question I wanted to ask you: when you started doing your whole 1099 stuff and getting paid for certain things, at what point did you know that you had to start doing that?
Man, you know what? Some guy told me one time, bro, at the barbershop, if you want to be taken seriously, you gotta act like a businessman. Mm-hmm. You can't be a businessman without doing your business, right?
Right.
And that broke my ass. He said, you want property? You gotta do it the right way, like, cause he owned the shop.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a vending machines and shit. So he told me one time, if you want to be a businessman, you want to be taken seriously, you gotta have your paperwork right, and you gotta pay your bread. Yeah. And it's like, fuck. And part of me didn't want to, because that's such a complicated process too. What you talk about, we can talk about all that off air.
Right.
Like, that's such a complicated process too, because essentially you're your own employee. You can't just be grabbing from the pot whenever you want. Because McDonald's doesn't pay you when you want. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You have to have a schedule. You gotta have it. You gotta show where everything's going. And if you're gonna be, and I took that to heart, man. And because I knew I just couldn't do the nickel and dimes, stuff forever. It's like, man, I gotta be a businessman.
Yeah.
And, people do ask for the 1099s now. It's not like it used to be. Just hey, here's 100.
Yeah.
Because we ain't making $100 a day no more. And when you're getting some decent money, it's like, fuck, you gotta. This is business. They're giving you and then why they ask for those too. You have to remember, like with schools and these nonprofits, when they say, hey, I took out $700, $800 from the account to pay the DJ, they want a record of that. They want that 1099. They want to send that to you, so I know I'm claiming it, so they could claim it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at the time, how everything works with money, because everything's tracked now. It's not like it used to be, especially with Apple Pay and Zelle and all that stuff, man. I would suggest too, man. You always negotiate what you know you're worth. Yeah. Because if they're not going to give it to you, they're going to go find somebody else.
Yeah, that's true. I've always said, like, my time is super expensive because I want to be around my family so much. So anytime away from that, I need to be compensated fairly for that. Yes. Because it's one of the things where it's like I can't get that time back.
No.
So I was like, nah. That's why I was saying, like, to find time to practice and get better and just kind of gain knowledge about things, you're taking time away from other things too. So I put that in perspective. Like, it's got to be worth it at the same time. So
everything. That's why I just I always give a straight answer to the quotes, and if they go with me, they don't. If they do, I'm gonna make sure it's memorable. That's everything I post on my social media, and consistency is a big thing with me too. Every day I'm posting my shit.
I see that,
and that's something that I think everybody needs to take. If they always say, well, what do you do? I just post consistently, bro.
Right.
Everything's consistent. I don't skip a day. If I'm feeling in a bad mood, just post and just go. That's majority of my gigs on social media and word of mouth. You know, and treating people like they're fucking people. I don't. A lot of DJs.
Not a transaction.
Yeah, bro. A lot of DJs I hear too, bro. They don't listen to their clients. They don't listen to the crowd. I don't give a damn if you like the song or not. They want to listen to it, play it. I hate the Cha-Cha Slide, bro. I fucking hate Cupid Shuffle. I hate La Chona.
Right.
But that's what they want to listen to, my guy. That's cool with me. Because that makes me want, okay, I got to make myself like this shit. I got to make it work. A lot of DJs don't take requests, you know, and they put the jar out, which is cool. You put the jar out, they pay cool, but some people aren't. People are cheap in Bakersfield.
No, shit is expensive now too.
Yeah, bro, that's a different time. So, and I know that too, bro. Like, and I'm sure every DJ knows that times are harder now. So if someone's willing to show you what you want, damn, make that shit act like it's your last gig.
That's fire.
You have to, bro, and it's such a hard mentality to maintain. But shit, I remember when I couldn't get a gig.
Yeah.
I remember I couldn't afford a good controller, some good speakers. Right. I remember when I couldn't get anybody to give me a shot, bro. And I remember the self-doubt and man, just wishing for what I had, Right. And I could say that I got it because I had to support my wife, and I got support from more. I used to got more support from strangers than the homies, And that's what it is, bro. Like that's cool. Like the homies don't have to support everything I do, but
we've been there. We've been there before from the music stuff. You notice that, like, you go out of town, I'm like, why do I get more love here than when I go back home?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
It's one of those things. But
It's honestly, bro. I'm just trying to be a positive tip. It's the same thing with DJing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same thing as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit.
Oh
bro.
yeah, I could already tell.
Which is the advantage because I've been through this already, my guys. I'm not gonna entertain you guys' shit. Mm-hmm. Because we got enough for everybody. I won't step on your toes. You won't step on mine. And
yeah, it's all love.
It's all love, bro.
Yeah, but we all got to get back home, and be with the family, and.
I'm just trying to make a living, dog.
Yeah.
That's all it is, my God. It's all business.
Doing something you love, too, man. It's not really work.
We're lucky.
It's passion.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
That's what's up, man.
But so, man, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Of course, man.
This flew by, goddamn.
I know, man. It's a good time, man. We could always shop music, man. We'll get into boxing and sports later.
Yeah, we need,
so
I need
we
you
could
to
always
come back,
do that.
my guy, bro. Please,
Let me know, man.
Whenever you want to come back, please. Bro,
yeah, man.
back.
I love what you guys are doing, man. I love what you guys are doing here. So anytime you guys will have me, please let me know. I'll stop by, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love, bro.
Well, this is episode 193. Ernie Seal, my guy Sal. Keep grinding the podcast, and we out.
Yes, sir.